wasn't the best in wearing or reapplying sunscreen when I went to Mount Rainier, and I feel like I've gotten more summer color. Hello and welcome to this week's weekly vlog. I have some fun activities this week. I have to finish up some fall stuff, and yeah, I just thought it would be fun to start a new weekly vlog. I'm in a super like cleaning, getting rid of things, purging, you know, new feeling, and I'm just trying to use up a bunch of things. I have the tiny tier, and I've noticed that when my shade is wrong, if I go in with like a stiff brush like this, it shears it out a little bit, and I'm not looking for like heavy coverage. I'm really looking just to kind of cancel out a lot of that redness. But yeah, this cushion foundation has a lot of product in it. So I'm getting ready for today. It is Monday. I am meeting up with some friends for lunch. If you're familiar with the Seattle area, there's kind of this like iconic Chinese restaurant called China Harbor on South Lake Union, called China Harbor on Westlake, the Westlake side of it. And it recently came out that it's closing. It's like a massive building. I thought it was a buffet, but when I was looking at the menu, it looks to be dim sum or like regular order, not buffet. So as like a last hurrah, we thought it might be fun to check out this place. Cause yeah, everybody knows of it. It's quite distinctive visually, but I've never heard anybody talk about eating there. Yeah, so that's what we have for lunch. And then I will come back and do some more stuff around my house, but then we're gonna walk around the Arboretum. I wanna go in with an orange blush. Today is quite gloomy, so I'm not sure. It looks like it's supposed to brighten up later. I'm hoping my friends want to still do it because my calendar is just packed. It's just packed with all of the fall activities that I wanted to get to and that I talked about in my fall bucket list video. So it's actually really nice to see a lot of these things on the calendar. I bought this orange blush last year for fall when I wanted something a little more orangey rather than pink. I normally don't wear blush, but I know it's like, you know, super in right now, and I do like how it looks on a lot of other people, and if I cater the look to have blush be the main focus, then I do like it. I got this one off of Amazon. It's just some sort of K-beauty brand, I'm not sure, but I do love the application. You know, a little dab dab dab. And yeah, a really fun orangey color, nice and bright. Curl the lashes, little inner corner highlight, mascara, and just a little light gloss. And that's the look. Very subtle, trying to keep it light, nice and easy. So yeah, let's go check out this Chinese restaurant before it closes.
Who is this? My name is Madeline Pettit. I'm calling from the Washington Department of...
I am listening to an audiobook called Bear by Julia Phillips. It is set in the San Juan Islands of Washington. So, and it's about some ferry attendants, and our two main sisters work in the concession stand of the ferries, and the plot summary is that their mom is sick and dying, and then a bear kind of shows up, and there aren't really like bears on the island. There are deer, but there aren't bears. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I am in Madison now. We had lunch. We had made a reservation for China Harbor, but like 20 minutes before our scheduled reservation, my friend got a message saying that there's a private event going on and the restaurant was closed. But she was like, I was really getting pestered yesterday about like confirming my reservation, which to me sounds like an automatic system. But yeah, they close in this week or next week, so I'm not, I guess we'll never know about China Harbor. But with that, we went to another place that someone found off of TikTok called Trivoli. It's a pizza place, and what's funny with that is that Seattle was just named the #1 city for pizza, which is wild. It has been like my favorite topic of conversation besides Mudang, the baby hippo. But it has been my favorite thing of conversation to talk to people about it. Pretty much all my Seattle friends are like, what are they talking about? And when I actually like read the list out, like the top 10, everybody's just like horrified. It is so funny. But I did like the pizza place that we went to. The three of us shared a smoked trout dip, which was really lovely. And then I got a cheese pizza with salad on top, and both components were fabulous. So yeah, I could see myself heading back there for lunch. I always like Fremont. That area is really fun. So yeah, pizza is now on my radar. Italian has been on my radar because there's just like not that much Italian food on the West Coast, and going to Chicago and Boston and just having Italian food everywhere. Now I'm like, okay, like Seattle's a big enough city, there are places, I just gotta find you know, 1 or 2 goodies. So Italian food and now pizza. If you ask me, my favorite pizza place in Seattle is Rocco's in Belltown. They make a banh mi pizza, which is heavenly. It has like the teriyaki pork on it, pickled daikon, red onion, some different carrots, cilantro, jalapeno, and sriracha mayo. So all the components of a banh mi, but on a pizza, and oh gosh, heavenly. They make thinner crust, which is my favorite. Yeah, that is when everybody's been talking about their favorite pizza places. Rocco's is my favorite. My theory as to why, so the top 3 is Seattle, Boston, and then Portland, which I've gone to Portland like a bunch of times, but usually when I go there, I'm not getting pizza or like Italian, like what? But Portland definitely has like a food. They're here. I'll have to come back to this thought. So this is the turnover bag. I can already see a sweater, and there's some other clothes that don't really fit that I kind of stow away in case of, you know, fluctuation or whatnot. So yeah, I want to go through this, pull out the fun autumn clothes, get rid of anything that I'm ready to get rid of. I desperately need to do a quick little refresh in the closet. See, a lot of these shorts will be heading out. Light shorts, colorful, summery things like this. Back in the bag you go. So I am on my way to a girls' crafting night, which is very fun. I'm trying to remember where I got caught off yesterday with our little car chats here. My friends showed up and they were ready to walk around the Arboretum. I think I was talking about pizza, Seattle pizza, and why I think Seattle and Portland were kind of towards the top. I think it's because Seattle and Portland that has a huge food scene and are having younger, trendier, quirkier styles of pizza and are being a little bit more, I don't know, fun rather than like, I don't know, like other areas being more traditional. I think it's not the only component, but I think it's one component. The article mentions different criteria that they were judging off of, one of them being like how often people in the city are ordering pizza. And again, I just don't think of my friends, like when we go out or they talk about getting takeout, going for a pizza. Not anything more than like your regular like pizza you know, like as an American culture, not any more than like what I would consider like American culture. But yeah, that has been like one of my favorite things to chat about. So we walked around the Arboretum. The Arboretum was a lot more green than I was hoping it to be. Portage Bay and Montlake, so like the northern area of the park, gets these stunning colors, but we parked in the south by the Japanese gardens and then walked up north, saw a bunch of it and walked back, and a lot of it is evergreens. I think I'm a wee bit early for it, but also just, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd want to do like the cut path. That a couple years ago I did that area and that was really beautiful, with a lot of maple leaves changing, but it was still nice to like walk around, be in nature. The Arboretum is really a beautiful spot. So that was lovely. So today I did my closet switchover and I sorted through my jackets. I am definitely in need of I want like a black, long, sleek jacket, maybe like not like a wool and not like a puffer. I do want to do some coat shopping, especially before my European trip, but I think I can get away with just having like one long black style. I don't have anything like that, so that makes me feel good in terms of like what I need to buy for. The other thing I need to do that I didn't get to today was to go through my shoes, and my boots specifically. But it has been really nice to go through and find things for donation, and yeah, just kind of feeling that like nice autumn refresh feeling. As you can see, it is, for me at least, far too hot to be putting on any sort of like sweaters, but I was excited by like my skirts and sweaters to kind of get in that true fall spirit, but I think it's just a little too hot right now. Yeah, yesterday I walked around in a light jacket. I think I'm just being very excited and like wanting it to be super, super cold soon. So I have craft night tonight. It's at my friend's apartment who has a really stunning view of downtown. So I'm hoping to take like a time lapse, maybe some nice sunset photos. She collected all of the materials to do those cute little ghost tea lights. I'm heading downtown and the Amazon parking garages have free parking after, I believe it's like 4 p.m. Definitely check the garages, but there are several throughout like South Lake Union and downtown. But yeah, they have free parking after a pretty decent hour. So if I'm usually going to visit my friends that live in South Lake Union, I'll just park in one of their garages for free. So yeah, that has been a huge changer in terms of dealing with parking. So with that, I gotta head to South Lake Union. It's probably gonna take, I hope traffic isn't bad. The clouds are blocking the sun just perfectly. Foliage than I was hoping. Hey everyone, I wanted to close out this weekly vlog. So yesterday I went apple picking with my dad up in Snohomish. Snohomish is kind of like the pumpkin patch, apple picking, corn maze. They have numerous farms in that region, and depending on traffic or like where you are in the city, it's anywhere from like a half hour to 45 minutes to get there. So from Seattle, so it's less than an hour. I always forget when apple picking season is, so this year I definitely wanted to like prioritize it a bit more. So I went with my dad, and at this farm they have up to 4 different varieties, but depending on when you go will depend on what varietal you get. We believe that Honeycrisp is earlier, so I went the last week of September. I believe the Honeycrisp is earlier because all those rows were bare and they had buckets of already picked Honeycrisp apples that you could purchase. So I think if you want Honeycrisp, which is the best apple flavor, you might want to come a little bit early. So yeah, just went there to check out, walk around the cute store, have an apple cider donut, pick apples, and then we went to the town of Snohomish, which is a cute little town of a couple blocks with some restaurants and antique stores. I will say if you're going, so I went on a Monday, a bunch of stores are closed on Monday. We still had a lovely time with checking out like the super massive thrift store and getting a really excellent lunch at the Oxford Saloon, but I might say not to go on a Monday because then everything will be open. So the 2 apple varieties that we were able to pick were Ambrosia and Cosmic Crisp. I always was told, I think Cosmic Crisp is the cinnamony one. That might be wrong. Oh, and Autumn Glory. Cinnamon, oh my god, there's so many. Never mind. Okay. All apples were $3.50 a pound, so not a terrible price. Usually when you buy Honeycrisp in the store, they're kind of around there. And it's kind of like a one-off fun activity supporting like a local farm. I tried both of them yesterday. The Cosmic Crisp was my favorite. I think it was a little sweeter and a little stronger of a flavor, where I felt the Ambrosia was a little more of a subtle but sour taste, but excellent crunch for both of them. I had an apple this morning for breakfast, so they will definitely get eaten up, and it was really fun to pick. So that has been my week. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.